Jungkook looks different on holiday. The army is not ready. In recent days, social media has again been filled with army voices that seem to be unable to stop talking about one thing. Jungkook looked different during the holidays, and the change was a success that made the entire fandom unprepared. No one expected that the holiday moment that Jungkook usually used to rest quietly actually turned into a surprise event that made many people feel as if they were dragged into an emotional roller coaster without warning. Jungkook, who had been known to be mysterious while on a break, suddenly stole the show with a completely unexpected appearance, and the internet exploded from the first second the rumor spread. It all started with a few photos and short snippets that appeared on the global community platform, showing Jungkook's figure with a different vibe than usual. If ARMY has been accustomed to seeing Jungkook with a simple style, oversized black t-shirts, comfortable hoodies, or casual clothes that make him look effortlessly charming, then this time, Jungkook's holiday appearance actually exudes a new aura that is difficult to describe in words. There is an impression of being more mature, freer, but still keeps a distinctive charisma that makes it cannot be ignored even if it only appears in fleeting portraits. Many say Jungkook looks like a man who finally really feels relieved, enjoying the air without a camera, without a stage, but still carrying a magnet of energy that makes his every step seem dramatic. Some of the army admitted that they were not ready because a small change in their hair was enough to make the timeline chaotic. Some claimed Jungkook's hair looked a little longer with a cut that seemed to have been deliberately left to give the impression of holiday freedom. Others noticed his hair color looked different in some of the portraits, leading many to speculate whether Jungkook had just dyed his hair impulsively during the holidays. Every strand of her hair was a matter of debate, as if the entire fandom was analyzing every detail with a level of seriousness like a scientist steeped in a new discovery. But behind all the speculation, one thing is certain: Jungkook seems to be enjoying himself a lot. It's not just about the hair or the style of dress, but also the way Jungkook moves, the way he smiles, and the aura he carries. There is a sense of freedom that radiates in every photo, as if he had just let go of a long burden after a whole year of non-stop work. Jungkook looks so relaxed, but his charisma is even stronger, as if he knows that even though it's vacation time, his presence still brings a big storm in cyberspace. The army even came up with wild theories about what actually made Jungkook shine brighter during this holiday. Some thought he had just returned from a short trip to a place of extraordinary tranquility. There are also those who believe he is gathering creative energy for a new project that has not yet been announced. Whatever the reason, Jungkook is different, and the world isn't ready for him. The most interesting thing is how Jungkook keeps his warm side and what he is. Despite appearing more mature, more masculine and freer, the aura of boy next door remains firmly attached to him. His smile, which was occasionally caught on camera, seemed natural, as if he had completely forgotten that millions of pairs of eyes were always ready to magnify his every move. ARMY, who saw this change, felt like he was watching Jungkook grow emotionally, becoming someone who was more comfortable with himself, more mature, and more daring to express the sides of himself that are rarely seen when he is on stage. The holiday moment also gave fans a chance to see a side of Jungkook that rarely appears. Him enjoying his time as an ordinary young man, instead of a global superstar who is always bound by tight schedules and spotlights. Jungkook looks lighter, more alive, and more human. Small changes like the way he does his hair, slightly bolder clothing choices, or even softer facial expressions, all become part of the big narrative that Jungkook is now in a different phase of life. And the army, while unprepared, felt very lucky to see this transformation happen for real. What makes the army even more excited is how Jungkook seems to accidentally reveal small details about his life during the holidays. From the setting of the place seen in some photos, from the little things seen in her clothes, to the simple objects she carries, everything becomes a clue that is dissected one by fans. There are those who analyze whether Jungkook went alone or with someone. There are also those who try to guess the place of their vacation based on the light of the sun or the scenery behind it. Jungkook may just want to enjoy the holidays, but the fandom sees it as a special episode worthy of in-depth analysis. Even so, the atmosphere of holiday Jungkook still feels warm and peaceful. All of these speculations ultimately led to the same thing: ARMY's happiness at seeing his idol appear to be truly enjoying life. Many fans said that seeing Jungkook relax like this gave them a sense of calm, as if Jungkook's vacation was also an emotional vacation for them. The fandom, which is usually full of debates and theories, is now united in relief and joy because Jungkook looks happy. Not a few also feel that Jungkook's new appearance during this holiday is a small form of his personal development. After years of living a stressful idol life, Jungkook now seems more confident and more comfortable showing his true self. This transformation is not just a matter of hair or fashion, but rather the vibe that is emitted. The vibe of a man who has been through a lot, has grown, and is now enjoying the fruits of all his struggles. Jungkook looks like someone who finally embraces himself fully and lets the world see him, even in the most relaxed of times. And of course, as always, ARMY was never really prepared for any changes from Jungkook. Just one photo is enough to clutter the entire timeline. One short video is enough to keep the entire fandom awake in the middle of the night. Jungkook, who appeared different during the holiday this time, was not only a visual surprise, but also an emotional surprise. He showed a new side, but still retained the essence of his old self. He changed, but did not lose the original voice in himself. In the end, Jungkook's holiday moments that are different are proof that he is always able to bring his own surprises, even without trying hard. His presence was enough to make the whole world stop for a moment, stare, and fall in love once again. And maybe that's what keeps Jungkook so strong in the hearts of the ARMY. He never stops growing, but always remains the Jungkook they know, love, and are proud of. The buzz about Jungkook's new appearance during the holiday doesn't seem to be subsiding anytime soon. Day by day, more and more pieces of the story are popping up, adding layer after layer to the narrative of how a small change to Jungkook was able to thrill a fandom as big as BTS. It was as if the whole world was watching one figure walking among the crowd, but his charisma still radiated so strongly that it made people turn their heads twice. Jungkook on vacation is not just a relaxed Jungkook. He looks like a freer, more mature, more enjoying version of himself. And the ARMY? They were simply not ready to receive a shock dose of this magnitude. What makes many people even more curious is the way Jungkook radiates a different energy than usual. There is a calmer effect, but also more assertive. It was as if he had just returned from a long journey, not just a physical vacation, but an inner journey that made him return with a new aura. Some ARMY even admitted that when they saw his new look, there was something that felt deeper, like Jungkook had recast himself, removed the things that weighed him down, and rebuilt his outlook on life. It's not the first time Jungkook has caused a fandom stir with just a holiday look, but this time, the impact is even greater.